Good morning. Arthur Offaly speaking on behalf of the Arthur Offaly Foundation. Now, I have been working on information that I received from a member of the public for the past 6 months who has been approached by a so-called Christian group who have offered to take young children away for a holiday in the country. This group is supposed to have a couple of large houses here in Belfast and across Ireland, and give educational classes as well as Bible classes. They also have horses and stables. I have advised the young mother who has 3 children do not accept the offer, and that when they call again, give them my number and say that I have some children and would be willing to go on holidays, and I will look into the matter and get back to her. As it does not sound right, as there are many paedophile groups in Northern Ireland plying their trade to trap young mothers with children to accept free holidays. Now, my group is looking into 3 such groups at the minute in North Belfast who are doing the same thing, and these people seem to be well informed about which houses to go to, as they seem to know the houses with single mothers and large families. Now, I have spoken to many mothers in North Belfast and warned them of the imminent danger they are in. They are to contact me when these people call again, and I will be there to approach them. Now, these sick perverts will have to be stopped. I have approached government agencies about the problem, but they don't see any problems at all. Now, you have to ask yourself what they are thinking about. After all, it's their social service agencies are the very people who split young families up in collusion with other government agencies. I've been in contact with Kevin and Nat of the ITCCS group and many others who are fighting for justice for our unprotected children who are in grave danger from these sick paedophile groups, whose only pleasure is to molest young children. Now, this paedophile sickness has got out of hand and is worldwide, and has the full backings of many top governments, churches, politicians, health authorities, and a children's home in Jersey, where hundreds of innocent children have been abused and some killed and buried in unmarked graves. And by the way, this island of Jersey is owned by no other person, only Elizabeth, Queen of England, who and her family, who are frequent visitors to the island, as was Jimmy Savile and many other top British politicians, all paedophiles, whose only interest was to visit the innocent children in the children's home, while that so-called Queen and her government stood by and allowed it to happen. Also, that quango of scum who run the island of Jersey for the Queen and have to answer to her said absolutely nothing. But sure, you just have to look at what happened to Princess Diana, and that royal family are walking about free, and she calls herself head of the Church of England, a church who are guilty of sexual abuse of boys for the past decades. Also involved was Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, who knew all about what was going on and said nothing, but sure, he could not report to his boss, the Queen, as she already knows what was going on in both Canterbury and the island of Jersey, and done nothing to stop it. Now, also, the Roman Catholic Church is also involved in the abuse of innocent children, and it goes right to the very top, and has been going on for decades. And evidence that I have seen and names that I have seen have completely disgusted me and have made me ashamed to be a member of the Catholic Church. Now, these people cannot call themselves Catholics and do what they have done to harm innocent children, the most vulnerable members of our society. God will never forgive them for what they have done. When I have done a complete check on my files, then I will name and shame those perverts and child molesters. They deserve to be exposed. These scum do not deserve to be allowed to live in a normal society with decent people. Now, I will be calling for urgent meetings with those in charge of the Catholic Church, and I will be demanding answers to my questions, and I will not take no for an answer. Now, to finish off, Our Lady left 3 secrets at Fatima. We were told 2 of those secrets, but those in charge have refused to tell the 3rd secret. And I sincerely believe that the hidden third secret is that Our Lady has exposed you so-called leaders of the Catholic Church here, and you are keeping it a secret between yourselves, ashamed to let the Catholic people see and hear what you have done. Shame on you all. Now, when I have had my meeting with those heads of the Catholic churches, that's if it ever happens. But if it does, I will be the first to tell you people here on YouTube what happened. Thank you for listening to Arthur Rafferty of the Arthur Rafferty Foundation, and we will stop these people. Good day.